Well, hello, and welcome back. So here we are again on another bank holiday weekend. It's good, isn't it? All these 3-day weekends, I like it. So, where are we? Well, this is what we started last week, and as you can see, I've added all 3 of the hexes now, the 3 buttons. I've done some scraggy stitch there, done some borrow type work there, and I've just done some sort of running leaf stitch there. Still not finished, but it's come on quite a lot. So that's that. But today we're on Down the Garden Path, and we've got a new prompt, and the new prompt is a bird or tree. Now, I've already drawn out my design, as you can see. So I wanted the bird to be big and at the front. And I've got various browns that I thought I could maybe use for this bird. And I want to try and make the bird 3-dimensional. So I'm going to put some wadding or something underneath him, and I have actually got a template here that I used for the bird. Yeah, you can see I went a bit bigger around it, but so I might use this to cut the base of the bird out and then add the other browns to the top to, you know, differentiate various areas of the bird, so that I've got one solid piece that I can stuff behind. I've also got some of this floor cloth that, you know, you often use in decorating to lay down and protect carpets and things. This is all I've got left of this now. I had about 12 metres of this in the beginning. And I thought that might be nice for that really big tree branch that he's on, with some brown stitching. And then obviously I've got leaves. Well, I don't know yet whether I'm going to try and find some green for the leaves or whether I'm just going to stitch them. But then I've got some sort of flower things hanging off. They're all just obviously fantasy flowers. So I will definitely be stitching them, and we'll have some French knots. I've also got some lace. Might sort of do some little lace bunch flowers. I don't know. But this is what we've got, and we're going to get started with this today. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to cut out the complete piece for that bird. So I'm going to open this up, and I think I'm going to go here on this sort of beigey area. His legs are a bit spindly. Let's find a marker and a pin, and then we can draw that and cut it out. So just follow him round. Now this template, all I did was I got onto the internet and I looked for copyright free bird images and downloaded them onto copy paper. I mean, it's solid black, so there's quite a lot of ink in it, but there you go. And then I just stuck them onto some card so that I could keep them as templates. So really easy and simple. And then I'm just gonna chop him out. And then we'll fine cut him in a minute. So we can get rid of that piece of fabric. So, how is everybody? Did you spend the day in front of the telly watching the coronation? Which is obviously the reason we've got this weekend off, or the extra day on this weekend. I have to admit we didn't. We went off out shopping. but I am grateful for the extra day off. Are you safe and well? Plenty of stitching going on, or some other type of crafting. Now, it might have been wise, on second thoughts, to have cut this out with my pinking shears, but I'm not going to do his legs actually. I'm going to cut his legs off, we'll stitch them, but I've done it now, so we'll stick with this. And then what I want to do is stitch him with the additions, and then I'll stitch him onto our piece. So let's put our piece over there, and now let's have a look at these additions. I think I'm going to draw 3 of the birds, and then I'll decide which bits I'm going to cut away to make the defined areas, if that makes sense. It's quite warm, I've got the window open, so there is some traffic noises. Do apologise for that. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Oh goodness me. Well, hey ho. It's a van reversing by the sounds of it. It's very probably one of those supermarket food deliveries. We seem to have an awful lot of those around here. I tried it once, didn't like it, as the saying goes, because I totally muffed up the order, and instead of getting a pound of apples, I got an apple. So I just sort of decided that, do you know what, I'd rather go look at the food that I'm buying myself and get, you know, a proper pound of apples, or a kilo or whatever it is, rather than a single apple. So I don't know if anybody else has had joy like that with online food shopping. I mean, I buy nearly everything online now. I think most of us do. I shouldn't generalise. I think a lot of people do. But yeah, I can't quite get my head around food shopping. Right, I'm going to do this on... I can't do it on the back, can I? Then it'd be the wrong way around. I was going to say I do it on the back so I can see it better, but it'll be around the wrong way. So, 3 birds to get the 1 bird. Seems a bit silly, doesn't it? And I'm sure if you're a better artist than me, you'd have been able to cut various bits. Actually, I can't see that, seriously. I am blind as a flipping bat these days. Anyone else notice that as they're getting older, certain things are failing them? I mean, definitely my eyesight, but also I found my dexterity seems to be going. I seem to drop things an awful lot lately. So I've I got my Sashiko stencils, and that was a whole new nightmare because it then worked out that, see, I'm going to lay that over the top like that. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly the same, and I'll show you why in a minute. And lay it over the top there, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do myself a piece like that. Then I'm going to pull this piece onto here and cut that like that. So then there's the top of my bird, like so. There is the bottom part of my bird. Just make sure I'm going the, yeah, got it the right way. There's the bottom part. Move those over there, and then this bigger piece that we had originally, that's got this lovely script on it. I'm gonna, where's a bit of paper? I think I need a bit of paper to draw on, just to give me a bit of shape to follow, because I want to do a wing sort of like that. And it's probably going to be miles too big, but we'll see how we get on. Oh no, that's going to work. There you go. So, pin, I need a pin. There's a pin. Put that on there and draw around that. And then I'm just going to do lots of seed stitches in the hope it's going to make it look like feathers. That's the plan. Stan, that is the plan. On there like that. So I'm going to get my Pritt stick, well, my glue stick, and I'm going to stick these all on here. So that one is going on there, and then just trim off where it's too big. Then the first one is going to go on here. Oh, just went dark. Sun's just gone in. I feel like I should get up and put the light on. That goes there, like that. So now I'm just gonna cut that round, okay, and then his little feather will go on there like that, and that is going to be my little three-tone bird. Just going to trim off that little bit of cream from the back. So there's my bird. I'm going to do, as I say, lots of seed stitches on that. And that is going to sit there like that. Lines are slightly wrong, but it doesn't matter. I'm not bothered about that at all. I'm going to pin him in place for now. And now I need some of this to create my bit of tree. So let's have a little look. So cutting it quite rough and ready because, you know, trees have lots of shape to them. They're not straight lines. Oh no, there's a fly in here. Oh goodness me. Give it a little bit of fray. And then I'm going to pin that on there, but I'm going to scrunch it up a bit with my brown thread. So I think the first thing we're going to stitch into place is going to be this piece of tree like that. So I've got some brown thread. I am going to pop the light on. Is that a bit better? Suddenly went very, very dark. So let's separate this thread and get it on my needle. I keep going to the Wool Mouse, where I've told you I like to buy those spools of thread, those ones that I've shown you a few times, and they've never got the coffee, the dark brown. It's obviously very, very popular, and I keep going in at the wrong times. So a bit frustrating, but what can you do? So I'm building up a list of colours that I want, so that next time I go in and the brown's there, I can order everything at the same time. So as always, I've split these 6 strands down to 3. That's the thickness of thread that I like. Do a knot in the other end, and then I'm literally going to start weaving my way across this piece of fabric, and I'm going to pull it in and do a stitch, and then come back up, obviously, but I'm coming up just through the backing fabric, because now I want to do a little sort of double stitch there from the back, and then that's gonna pull that like that, okay. And then going in and over and down, so we're getting this sort of pattern. coming up, in, over and down. So we get a real sort of dimension and texture. That's what I want to see. Yeah, I thought I had a baggy bit. Baggy knotty bit. There we go. That noise you can hear is Boo scratching at the carpet upstairs. It probably means that she's pushed something underneath my bed and now she's scratching to try and find it. So what do you know? What have you got to tell? Oh, now she's decided to come down. She's thinking it's time for some food, probably. It's about the only time. Oh, a drink. It's the only time she comes down. Otherwise, she stays upstairs. Very antisocial dog. Unless you're on the sofa. If you're sitting on the sofa watching the telly, then she's up for cuddles and pushing you off the chair. And the size she is, you can't really reclaim chair space from her. And you see I'm getting this lovely textured, well, I think it's lovely. Might not be your kind of thing, but I like the texture of it. Here she comes. Hello, baby girl. You okay? You come to see mummy? Is daddy boring? Mummy's only stitching. Yeah, hello. Hello. Yes, I know. You're gorgeous. Oh, did you give mummy a lick? Thank you. You can hear she's wandered off again now. She's realised I'm doing something. Oh. I've got a knot there, so that's a bit annoying. And I don't seem to be able to break that through for some reason. Let's have a look. What, baby girl? I can hear you doing a little whine because I'm not paying you any attention. Mummy's sewing, darling, for a video. Yes or no? I love you too. But I'm busy doing this video. No, that is not coming out. So I'm going to snip it off. Oh, hubby's got the sneezes. It's all happening. I'm going to snip that off and then I'll stitch that in because I want to go back and forth across here a few times to indicate you know, life and movement in the tree. So I know I'm flicking it all backwards and forwards, but you should know by now that's sort of what I do. Right, that suits me quite nicely for that big solid branch that my bird is sitting on. So I'm going to close this off. Like so. So I've got my branch. Just going to readjust my bird, because obviously the drawing at the back is only a guide. It doesn't have to maintain exactly like that. Okay, so then while I've got the brown, I'm going to run up these like leaf stems that are coming from the tree. Right, so we've got that little one there. Reload the needle, the other half, and we'll pop these ones in as well. So coming from behind that bird now. Remember to go off the side of this time rather than up into your eyeball. So I wanted to get fabrics built into this one. I feel like the last few that I've done have been all stitching. You know, there hasn't really been any fabric, so I thought we'd add the fabrics in this time. Other different sort of slant on it. Oh, somebody's got a new horn for Christmas. Sorry, that's what I was saying. So I got my Sashiko stencils, and then I had to go off and get a white erasable ink pen. So I've not actually started stitching those panels yet, ready for my Japanese rice bag, but I've been watching Corinne and she's all but finished hers, I think, So that's all good. Right, oh, we got those branches coming there, haven't we? So need to follow those. So then I'm going to slip all the way across to under our bird there. Make sure we put it flat. So then back through that one. I know sometimes it can be a little bit confusing to see the image with the lines and the stitches, but obviously once I finished and I iron those off, it'll be much prettier and easier to view. Okay, so back down here. Well, that one's a bit crooked, isn't it? Oh well. Okay. Yep. So we'll close this off and then we will check how long we've been and see where we go next. Okay, very happy with this. He's going to be lovely, I think, there. Just need to work out whether we're going to do a bit more. Oh, we've only been half an hour. So, because we've done quite a lot in the brown, let's leave the brown for a moment. Let's get some of this lovely turquoisey, bluey green. And pull some of this off and stitch some of these flowery bits. So again, I'm going to do a running line I'm not sure whether I want to do some of those deep red little knots for flowers, or if I want to maybe use some beads, maybe do both. That would be an idea, wouldn't it? Maybe do both. So I'm going to start at the top of that leaf there. And just run up here with this back stitch. It keeps catching on my desk again. Lost the needle now. Where's the needle gone? There. That's because I only stitch at my desk when I'm filming. Normally I stitch on my lap in the chair. So I always forget that the long thread catches on the corner. And I usually stitch in the chair in the very early hours of the morning. Oh, it sounds like the postman. Now, what's the postman? And I think I know what this is, so I'm going to open it up quickly because you might be interested in this. Yeah, okay. So, this is a purchase I've just made for these like miniature quilt pins, but they're super big as regard to a safety pin. And what I've done is I've cut myself out some tags, and I want to do a series of these safety pin tags. I'm going to do them this way, I think, and I'll do them all different, a bit like I've been doing the tea bag art. So if you're interested in that, that's something else you might want to look out for and tune into. I'm going to do some, or a little series of safety pin tags. Not quite sure yet whether they'll be all stitched with bits of fabric, a little bit like you know, some of the altered paper clips you can do, or whether there'll be paper or a mix of the two. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how we go, but that is a series. Now, the bag that I bought has actually got 30 in them, but I've only cut 10 tags, so it's going to be a, you know, a mini of 10 if you like, or a series of 10. But as I did with the Ugly Art Club that I just did, I am going to I'll share them round and about. So there'll be some on Instagram, there'll be some on my other channel. So I'll just share them about. Okay, so there's one. I'll do this long one, and then I'll do some of those. I'm going to call that raspberry. I think it's a beautiful raspberry red. And I'll do some little knots. And then I'll say goodbye to you, and I'll go off and try and find some appropriate little red and gold beads or whatever. And I will be back, obviously not Monday, Monday's bank holiday, but I will be back Tuesday, now that the Ugly Art Club is finished, with this new safety pin series. We'll see how... Oh, that wasn't very good, was it? We'll see how we get on with that. So, and I mean those tags that I showed you, that's just, if you're in the UK, it's just craft card from the works, and I ran them through my Big Shot. I've got that tag with a like stitched edge. If you don't want to do that, I remember when I did the Anne Brooks stitched tags, I think that was 2 years ago now. She'd bought a box of something like 50 from Amazon. So yeah, I'm going to use the tags and the safety pins, and we're going to make some art. And I don't know yet whether I'll keep them separate or whether I'll put them all onto like one big display board or whatever. We'll see how we go. Maybe even make it into a little book where each tag is like a page. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oops, it's caught on my bracelet. That's not good. Okay, that's that really long one. So we just do some raspberry blooms, and then I'll get off and leave you to your own crafting or whatever it is you're doing. And another reason I love these threads is because they're the perfect width for me. I don't split them. You obviously could, but I don't. And they've got a real sort of, they're not a perlé as such, but they've got a real sort of silkiness about them. I just think they're, for me personally, they are the perfect thread. And the colours are really lovely and vibrant, and yeah, I just love them. I'm very glad that I discovered them. So I'm just going to go into that circle that I've drawn with this super long piece of thread, and I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4 wrap, back down, pull it down and pull it through. Keep getting my thread stuck around me birdie. There we go. Whoops, another knot. Oh, lots of noise in the street. I don't quite know who that is. Kids by the sounds of it. Right, so again, 1, 2, 3, 4, back down. Oh, and throw. Sorry, I think I pulled that up to my face, so you might not have seen that properly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, back down and through. There's our fourth one. So we've got like 4 on each side. That's how I sort of drawn it. I don't know why. It just felt right. Because then with the one at the top, it gives me a nice odd 9. If that makes sense. Oh, I've wrapped that one really tightly. There we go. There's our 4. Our 1 at the top. And now we've been 45 minutes. Whoops. So I'm going to stop there because I don't want to drag you into the hour. You can see now where I'm going, what it's going to look like. As always, I'd like to say a huge thank you for joining me. I hope you found some joy and inspiration. And if you've got the prompt and you was struggling with it, maybe that's an idea or something similar. It's, you know, got your juices going for deciding what to do. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.